Hi everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the English podcast. Today we are talking about how Jack learned English. Hello, Jack. I'm very happy to talk with you today.
Hello, Sophia. I'm happy too. Thank you for having me.
Jack, I want to ask you something. Many people want to speak English, but they don't know how to start. Can you tell us, how did you start learning English?
Yes, of course, Sophia. I will tell you everything. I hope it helps people. My English journey started many years ago. At that time, I was a student in school. I was not good at English. I could not speak. I could not understand English. I only knew a few small words, like hello, thank you, and yes. That's all.
Really? But now your English is so good. I thought you were always good at English.
No. In the beginning, I was very weak. My English teacher talked in class, but I did not understand anything. The teacher spoke fast. I just sat and listened, but I felt confused. I did not know what she was saying.
That must have been difficult for you.
Yes, it was very hard. I felt bad. Sometimes I felt stupid. Sometimes I felt sad. I wanted to speak English, but I didn't know how.
So what did you do, Jack?
One day I sat alone in my room. I started thinking. I said to myself, Jack, you need English. You want a better life. You must learn English. That day I made a big decision. I said, I will not wait for help. I will help myself. I will learn English at home.
Wow, that's a strong decision.
Yes. I did not have a teacher. I did not have money to go to a class. But I had my phone. I had YouTube. I had the internet. So I told myself, Jack, start now. Don't wait.
That's very smart. So how did you start learning at home?
I started with cartoons. Yes, cartoons for kids. Because cartoons use easy English. They speak slowly. The pictures help you understand. I watched one cartoon every day. I also turned on the subtitles so I could read the words in English. That helped a lot.
That's interesting. You were having fun and learning at the same time.
Yes, it was fun. I liked the cartoons. They made me laugh, and I was also learning new words. I listened carefully. I paused the video. I repeated the sentences again and again. I said the words out loud. I copied the way the characters spoke.
That's a great idea. And it's free too.
Yes, 100% free. I did not need a book. I did not need a classroom. I just needed time, patience, and practice. Every day, I watched one cartoon. Slowly, I started to understand. After a few weeks, I knew more words. I could say simple sentences like, I am happy, or this is my house.
That is so amazing, Jack. You did not wait for a teacher. You started by yourself.
Yes. In the beginning, I was scared. I was not confident, but I did not stop. I took one small step every day, one cartoon, one video, one new word, every day. And after many days, I saw progress. I felt happy. I felt strong. I said, Jack, you can do it.
That's beautiful, Jack. Your story will help many people.
Thank you, Sophia. I want people to know you can start small. You don't need everything to be perfect. Just start. Use what you have. Speak what you know. And don't give up.
Jack, I want to ask something that many people think about. Some people want to speak English, but they do not have a teacher. Some people live in small villages. Some people cannot pay for English classes. Some people are too busy to go to school. Can a person still learn English without a teacher?
Yes, Sophia. I understand what you are saying. Many people cannot go to English class. Many people have no teacher. I was one of them. I did not go to any school to learn English. I did not have a teacher to teach me. I did not have money to join a course. But still, I learned English at home, all by myself.
That is really amazing, Jack. Please tell us step by step. How did you start? What did you do?
I started in a very simple way. I looked at what I had. I did not have a teacher, but I had a phone. I had the internet. I had time in the morning and at night. So I said to myself, Jack, you can use your phone to learn. You can use the internet to learn.
That's a good plan. So what did you search for on the internet?
I opened YouTube. I typed simple things like English for beginners, learn English slowly, or basic English conversations. Many videos came up. I clicked one video. I listened carefully. The people in the video spoke easy English. They spoke slowly. I could understand.
Did you watch these videos every day?
Yes, I made a rule. I said, every day I must watch at least one English video. Sometimes I watched in the morning. Sometimes I watched at night before sleep. Sometimes only for 10 minutes. But I did it every single day.
That's very good. What did you do when you did not understand the video?
That's a great question, Sophia. At first I did not understand many words, but I did not stop. I paused the video. I listened again. I looked at the subtitles. I also used Google Translate to find the meaning of new words. Slowly, I started understanding more.
What else did you do to learn, Jack?
I also spoke English at home. I did not have anyone to speak with, so I spoke to myself. I stood in front of the mirror. I looked into my eyes and said things like, "Hello, Jack. How are you today? What did you do today? What will you do tomorrow?" I asked myself questions in English, and I answered them in English too.
That's interesting. Most people feel shy to speak alone. Did you feel shy?
Yes, in the beginning, I felt very shy. I laughed at myself. I thought, this is silly. But then I said, Jack, no one is watching you. No one is laughing. This is practice. After a few days, I was not shy anymore. I actually started enjoying it.
That's great. Did you also use books to learn?
I did not have English books at first, but later I found simple stories online. I read short stories with easy words. I read slowly. I read one story many times. I tried to understand every sentence. If I didn't know a word, I searched for it.
Did you try English learning apps too?
Yes, I did. I downloaded some free apps on my phone. One app helped me learn 5 new words every day. One app helped me practice English speaking. I used those apps while I was waiting for the bus or eating food. They were very helpful.
So, Jack, you used videos, apps, and reading. You also spoke to yourself. That is a lot of hard work.
Yes, Sophia. It was not easy, but I did not stop. I told myself every day, don't stop, Jack. Keep going. You will get better. I was my own teacher. I learned from my mistakes. I learned from practice. I learned from doing it every day.
That is very powerful. Many people think they cannot learn without a teacher, but your story gives them hope.
Yes, Sophia, I want to tell everyone, you don't need a perfect place. You don't need to wait. Just start with what you have. Use your phone. Use YouTube. Use free apps. Speak alone. Learn one small thing every day. One day you will speak English. I promise you.
Jack, I want to ask something very important today. I see that now you speak English with so much confidence. You look happy and relaxed when you speak. You do not look nervous or shy. But I remember you told me before that in the beginning you were afraid to speak English. Can you tell us how you became brave and started speaking with confidence?
Yes, Sophia, you are right. In the beginning, I was very shy. I was not confident at all. When I tried to speak English, my voice was very low. I looked down. I was scared to speak. My heart beat fast. I thought maybe I would say something wrong. I thought maybe people would laugh at me. I felt nervous every time I opened my mouth to speak.
Oh, Jack, I think many people feel the same. They want to speak, but they are scared. They think people will laugh. They think people will say bad things.
Yes, Sophia, that is very true. I also felt that way. But one day I told myself something. I said, Jack, if you don't speak, you will never learn. If you don't try, you will never grow. So I made a small decision. I said, from today, I will speak English every day. I will speak even if I make mistakes. I will speak even if I feel shy. I will speak slowly. I will speak clearly. But I will speak.
That was a very good decision, Jack. But how did you start speaking when no one was around you?
I started speaking with myself. I know it sounds funny, but it really helped me. I stood in front of the mirror. I looked at myself in the mirror. I smiled at myself. And then I said something simple. I said, Hello, Jack. How are you? I am fine. I am learning English. I want to speak better. I said this every day. I used simple sentences. I repeated the same sentences many times. I said them slowly. I said them loudly. This helped me feel strong.
That is such a smart idea. So every day you spoke English in the mirror?
Yes, Sophia. I made it a habit. After brushing my teeth, I stood in front of the mirror and spoke for 2 or 3 minutes. Sometimes I only said 5 sentences. Sometimes I said 10 sentences. I didn't worry about grammar. I didn't worry about big words. I only focused on speaking. That small practice made a big difference.
Did you speak about different topics?
Yes. Every day I spoke about one small topic. One day I spoke about my family. I have one brother. I have one sister. My father is a teacher. The next day, I spoke about my food. I eat eggs in the morning. I like rice and chicken. I drink tea in the evening. These were small things, but very useful. I practiced real-life English.
That's very smart, Jack. Did you record your voice too?
Yes. After a few weeks, I wanted to see how I sounded, so I used my phone. I recorded my voice. I said simple things like, Today is a good day. I want to speak English well. Then I listened to my voice. I heard my mistakes. I corrected them. I tried again. And slowly I saw improvement. My voice got clearer. My words got better.
That is so helpful. Were you still afraid when you spoke to real people?
Yes. At first I was afraid. But I started very slowly. I joined a small English group online. The people in the group were also learning English. We sent small voice messages to each other. We asked easy questions like, Where are you from? What is your job? "What do you do in your free time?" And I answered in my own simple English.
Did the people in the group correct you?
Sometimes, yes, but they were kind. They never laughed. They also made mistakes. We all learned together. When I said something wrong, they helped me. When I said something right, they said, "Good job, Jack." I felt happy. I felt proud.
Did your confidence grow slowly?
Yes, Sophia. Confidence does not come in one day. It comes step by step. First, I spoke to myself, then I recorded my voice, then I spoke to people online, then I made a short video and shared it, and now I can speak English in front of many people.
That is amazing, Jack. What do you say to people who are still afraid to speak?
I want to say, don't be afraid. You are learning. Mistakes are part of learning. No one speaks perfect English in the beginning. Speak one sentence today. Speak 2 sentences tomorrow. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, "I can do this. I will learn. I am strong." Every word you speak takes you one step closer to fluency. Never stop. Never give up. Speak, speak, and speak. That's the way to grow confidence.
Jack, your story is helping so many people. You started slowly. You spoke to yourself. You made small videos. And you kept trying every day. But I want to know something more special today. Do you remember the first time you felt like, yes, now I am really speaking English? Can you tell us about that day?
Oh yes, Sophia. I remember that day very well. It was a very special day for me. That was the day when I felt like a real English speaker for the first time. I will never forget it.
Wow, that sounds exciting. Please tell us what happened.
Okay. So one day, I was sitting in a small coffee shop. I was just drinking tea and reading something on my phone. A tourist came inside the shop. He looked around. He looked confused. Then he came to me and asked in English, "Excuse me, do you know where the train station is?"
Oh, that's interesting. What did you do?
For 1 second, I was surprised. I thought, "Oh, he's talking to me in English." But then I smiled and said, "Yes, I can help you." And then I spoke in English. I said, "Go straight. Turn right. The train station is near the big supermarket." I spoke slowly but clearly. I didn't stop. I didn't feel afraid. I just spoke.
That's amazing, Jack. And how did the tourist react?
He smiled and said, "Thank you. Your English is good." And I smiled back. I felt so happy inside. I felt proud. I said to myself, "Wow, Jack, you really spoke English, and someone understood you."
That must have felt like a big success.
Yes, it was a big moment for me. It was small, but it was big in my heart. For many months, I was just practicing alone. I was reading, listening, writing, and speaking by myself. But that day, I spoke to a real person, a real English speaker, and he understood me. That was the moment I said to myself, "Jack, now you are a real English speaker."
That is so beautiful. So what did you do after that?
After that, I became even more confident. I started looking for more chances to speak. I went to the market. If I saw a tourist, I said hello. I helped them if they needed help. I joined more English groups online. I joined a local speaking club. I tried to speak English every day, not just alone, but with people.
So that one small conversation gave you a big push.
Yes, Sophia, one small moment can give you a big push. It can give you power. It can make you believe in yourself. After that day, I stopped saying, I am learning English. I started saying, I speak English. Because I really did. Even if my English was simple, it was real. It worked.
That is such a nice way to think. So, what message do you have for people who are still waiting for a perfect moment?
My message is this: don't wait. The perfect moment will not come. You have to make the moment. Speak today. Even if it's one sentence, say it, use it, speak it. One day, someone will ask you something in English, and you will answer. And that will be your moment. You will feel happy. You will feel strong. You will feel like a real English speaker.
Thank you, Jack, for sharing your story. It is full of hope, motivation, and love for English. I know many people will feel strong after hearing this.
Thank you, Sophia. I hope every listener remembers this. You can speak English. You are not too late. You are not too slow. Just don't stop. Keep going.
If you liked today's podcast, please remember to like, subscribe, and follow our podcast channel. We have more simple and beautiful English stories just for you. Your support helps us keep going. Speak every day, and one day you will say, "Yes, I speak English."